Ever dream of traveling or buying the home of your dreams? Welcome to Joel Nagel's Global Wealth Fortress Report with successful global investment and estate planning expert Joel Nagel, who knows how to turn your investment dreams into reality. Joel is now making available, absolutely free, a whole new approach to asset protection and estate planning. It's simple, it's smart, and it can be customized either for seasoned investors or for those who want to seriously grow even your most modest assets. Joel is excited to share his strategies and instincts with you absolutely free because he's helped thousands of investors like you achieve real results, and he knows you can be the next. So, sit back and enjoy Joel Nagel's offshore expert advice on how you can live the good life at a great price, where the sun never sets on your financial fortress.
Hello. Welcome to the Global Wealth Fortress Report. My name is Joel Nagel, and I've been an international asset protection and estate planning attorney for 31 years. I have to start this series with a confession. I know virtually nothing about producing and filming a video series, but some of my very good friends have encouraged me to take on this project, really because there's so much need for it at the moment. We have a convergence of a lot of things going on in the world. There's a lot of fear and anxiety and stress. And you know what that's all about. There are many, many contributing factors. People really just want to be able to know that their hard-earned wealth is protected, preserved, and they have it for their retirement years. They have it to pass on to their children when their stewardship period here on this earth is over and done. So what we're really going to do with the Global Wealth Fortress Report is talk a lot about ways that you can, first and foremost, protect what you have. You know, it doesn't make sense to worry about how to make more money, what the greatest investment tips are. Those are all good things. But if you haven't figured out how to protect your money, then you're just like a big open sieve where money's coming in and it's going out as fast as it comes in. I can remember not too long ago, I was working with a really talented physician, happened to be a spine surgeon, and I was just amazed. This individual had a salary of about $1.2 million, which is $100,000 a month. I mean, unbelievable income, and yet his net worth was less than $500,000. So, you know, again, money was coming in and it was going out just as fast as it was coming in. So what we're going to really stress on the Global Wealth Fortress Report is defense, defense, defense. Okay? The famous Chinese general Sun Tzu wrote in a book, The Art of War, over 2,500 years ago, that defensive positioning is a matter of life or death, the road to safety or the road to ruin. Hence, under no circumstances should it be neglected. Okay? With asset protection, estate planning, these same virtues hold true. So in the Global Wealth Fortress Report, we're going to be talking about a lot of things, and I hope that some of them are relevant to you. We're going to be talking about structures, things like trusts, asset protection trusts all over the world that you can use to legally transfer your assets, that can protect you from lawsuits and things like that. We're going to be talking about strategies that these structures can take on, again, to achieve tax deferral in some cases, to diversify your money, to allow it to grow tax-free or in some cases tax-deferred. Once we get the structures and strategies in place, we'll talk about ways that you can make what I would call foundational investments that are really designed, again, to protect your wealth. I, for example, I wouldn't call myself really a gold bug, but I'm a proponent of hard assets. I'm a proponent of things that governments can't, create out of thin air the way dollars can be created. So, we'll talk about things like gold, the best way to own it, the best way to store it. We'll talk about real estate. We'll talk about things like Bitcoin, which quite honestly, I'm a very recent convert to. But again, I think just like gold and real estate, Bitcoin is not something that governments can just go out and create and produce, okay, overnight. So once we talk about those foundational investments, then you can get into talking about what your broker, your good golf buddy, whatever tips are that you have that you want to pursue. You can do those things. You do it with the part of your portfolio that's the offense part of your portfolio. Not the defense part of your portfolio, but the offense part of your portfolio. And you really do need both parts. In addition to the structures, the strategies, the foundational investments, and the more offense-oriented investments, we'll be talking about other strategies that you can implement, again, to protect and preserve. A lot of people these days, because of some of the travel restrictions, are concerned about being able to travel and where they can go and where they can't go with their U.S. passport. The U.S. passport has been historically one of the best travel documents in the world. At the moment, Americans with the U.S. passport can only travel to about 26 countries. That's just over 10% of the countries in the world. Now, next week, I'm going to be traveling with two of my daughters to Europe. We're going to be traveling first through Portugal. And so we'll be talking about the value of having a second passport, a second residency that will allow you to travel regardless of what kind of travel prohibitions are in place, okay? We'll be talking to some other folks along the way, experts in different fields, bringing them in as guests on this show. In addition to this podcast, there's also a written compendium that goes along with it. In many cases, there's some details that maybe I gloss over or forget to mention on the podcast. Make sure you take a second to scan down through and read that. There's also some opportunities for you to take advantage of some free products and services that we offer, like our 15 Global Strategies to Protect Your Wealth. We'll have that available just below this video. You can click on the link and sign up for it. I think people have told me over the years that it's a really good basic tool for them to identify where they stand on the spectrum of options and really help them to orient their thinking towards what's possible. So I'd encourage you to sign up and get our 15 Global Strategies to Protect Our Wealth. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking a little bit about how I got into this business. It really started as a child from some personal tragedy in my life. It's really helped shape who I am. It really has caused me to want to help everyone, whether it's a rich multinational tycoon or the English teacher who teaches my children down the street. I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to protect, preserve, and pass on the wealth that they work so hard to accumulate. So on that note, I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow for another edition of the Global Wealth Fortress Report. Until then, I wish you wealth, I wish you happiness, and I wish you health. Take care and see you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining Joel Nagel and the Global Wealth Fortress Report, a whole new approach to asset protection and estate planning that's proven to give you the good life that you deserve, where the sun never sets on your financial fortress. Be sure to subscribe to Joel's daily newsletter, absolutely free of charge. And be sure to connect with Joel on Instagram and Facebook too, to get regular updates and great investment tips. The next Joel Nagel Global Wealth Fortress Report is on its way soon, so be sure to check your inbox for your path to smart investing with Joel Nagel. Thanks for watching.